Bunkering, ever heard of that? Well, to be honest, I'm learning about it as well today. It's commonly known as ship-to-ship refueling, and it's a fast-growing practice in Nelson Mandela Bay. There are numerous objections to this, however, and this method of refueling from marine conservationists and tourism experts. Last year, a bunkering exercise went horribly wrong, and between 200 and 400 litres of oil spilt just off the Port of Ngqura, 20 kilometres northeast of Port Elizabeth, while bunkering was taking place. So our reporter, Lerato Fekisi, is in Algoa Bay, and she's out at sea, and she's going to take a look at how this process works, and is got a guest with her as well. So, Lerato, good morning to you.
Morning, and as you can see, I'm out in sea. I'll just step out and shot and let my cameraman Ngqubani just show you all these vessels that you see right now, Leanne, are standing in line to receive fuel from 3 bunkering services here in PE. So all the vessels that you see lined up right now, there are about 6 in sea right now. All of them are actually not standing in formation, but actually standing in line to receive fuel from one of the bunkering vessels here in Nelson Mandela Bay. As you said earlier on, bunkering is a contentious issue. Environmentalists saying it must not work, it can't work because it destroys the marine life. But on the flip side, and it's also causing job creation, also boosting the economy of the city as well. But let's speak to the CEO of SABC, Mr. Sobantu Dilai. Mr. Sobantu, first let's talk before we go to the negative side of bunkering. There's a whole lot of backlash and PE, but let's speak about the economic spin-offs of this bunkering here on the Mandela Bay Metro.
Morning, Lerato. Morning to your listeners. Well, it is an opportunity that the country cannot afford not to exploit. These ships that you see here, they come from Brazil to China, from Europe to China. All those ships, by the time they are here, they've been at sea for, let's say, 22 days. And by the time they get here, they need the fuel. But a ship coming in to take fuel, by the time they're here, they need to change crew, because some of the crew has been on the ship for more than 3 months. And then those must go home, and the other ones must come on board. Now, you have airlines that get to benefit from that opportunity, but more importantly, locally, those people that do B&Bs, those people that do crew transfers, transporting services. These ships that are here, because an opportunity to bunker gives rise to an opportunity to restock your ship, the food that is required on the ships, the maintenance, the painting, all of these things bring a great deal of economic activity. Before we started this opportunity in 2016, there was obviously nothing in the bay. You would not have seen any of these ships here. And since we have started on this bunkering operation, we have had no fewer than 10 shipping agencies that have opened up in Port Elizabeth. We have had more than 8 launches, those launch boats, those small boat operators that take all the stocks from the city into supply here. We have had a lot of economic activity. We estimate that we approaching the 1,000 job mark just arising out of this opportunity.
Mr. Dilai, on the flip side, environmentalists say we've got a huge fishing industry right now. We've got a huge market in terms of the marine life here. This same services providing jobs, boosting the economy, is also potentially destroying our marine life. What are your views on that?
Well, South African Maritime Safety Authority, one of our objectives is to protect the marine environment from pollution by ships. So it is our duty to protect that. We do believe in sustainable development. We do believe that there's a balance between exploiting the economic opportunity there is from the sea, whilst not harming the environment. What we have done in order for us to have a closer discussion, we've started a offshore bunkering stakeholder committee. Environmentalists sit there, regulators sit there, the business community sits there, because we do believe that the two can coexist if we fine-tune the rules such that we achieve that. And I think we are winning. We've got a big, as I'm saying, stakeholder engagement. There is an undertaking. We've created a fund that is going to fund the state of readiness for emergencies, the SMME development for the area, and all such like. So there is a discussion that we need to have, such that it's not a one side takes all. And we believe that with expectations, we will achieve that.
Mr. Delay, as we see right now, like you said earlier on, that is the boat that we are going towards, the blue one. When we get there, we will see two boats, obviously, one giving fuel, one receiving fuel. Tell us briefly to the process what happens, and how do you safeguard an oil spill like one that we saw last year in Algoa Bay here in PE?
Yes, firstly, this operation can take place under certain weather conditions. If the conditions deteriorate, which happens at sea, then we stop the operation. But the shipping community understands that. And you would see today is a very calm day. And those two ships, one is coming to receive the fuel, like all these others that are standing on the queue. You've got a smaller ship, we call it a bunker barge. It comes out, brings the fuel. You tie the two together and you pump from one ship, you pump to the next. The advantage about this is that these ships don't have to go into the port, so you're not putting anything on the port infrastructure. It's an opportunity, as I was saying earlier, that would have otherwise passed the South African coastline to happen in Mauritius or in Singapore. And we had said that we are a natural halfway station for world traffic. If we are in South Africa, you become a natural ultra city, if you like. So the one ship is receiving fuel from the other, and you will see when we get closer. You use fendering so that the ships don't bang on each other when they're giving the fuel. The only risk there is that you've got fuel in the pipeline that connects the two ships, because once you sense the under pressure, then the pumping stops. So that's how you safeguard pollution.
Well, that was Sobando Delay, the SABC CEO, saying that bunkering does have economic spin-offs which will help to boost the economic opportunities on Nelson Bay Metro, but also saying that they need to co-work with environmentalists who are saying that it cannot work, but saying if these two join hands, we could see the economic opportunities in this beautiful marine life being exploited and grow the economy of the Eastern Cape. But for now, it's back to in studio, and hopefully we can get closer and you can see for yourself exactly how this beautiful economic opportunity can work for this metro. It's back to you in studio.